The next integration we're going to go into is Twilio. And this one is really important, and I want to talk through the ins and outs so that you have the correct expectations. While you're going through your onboarding process, your onboarding specialist will talk to you a lot about the Twilio process. They will give you the expectations, let you know the ins and outs. There's a lot of complexity to the Twilio integration in regard to something called A2P. A2P is a regulation from the government that you have to register your texting number. The reason why this is required is because phone carriers like Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile can start to filter away texts from your patients. So you can initiate a text in HD, which goes through Twilio. Twilio is the texting provider. We don't actually text anything from HD. We connect with Twilio, who's a texting provider. They will send out the text. So in Twilio and HD, it will look like the texts are sent out, but there are sometimes a phone carrier could filter away the text, meaning your patient did not receive it. Of course, this can be a problem. But the whole reason why you have to register your Twilio number through the A2P process is to say, hey, this is a business number. It is not spam. You should not block anything from this number, so please allow it to pass to my patients. There are certain carriers that block more messages than others. We also have seen an uptick in carriers blocking texts that have a lot of links. So the A2P process is mandatory for your office. There is no way around it. This is a government regulation. If you do not do your A2P submission, you will not be able to text. So there's no way around it, but we just want to give you insight into what it is and why it's important. To first set up your Twilio number, you will log into the location, go to settings, initial setup, integrations, Twilio. If you see this message, that simply means that we have to initiate your billing account first. So if you see this message, please pause and reach out to your onboarding specialist so that they can connect your Stripe account, which is your billing account for your HD subscription. They have to initiate that account first. So if you run into this message, again, please stop and just reach out to your onboarding specialist and they'll get that set up for you. I want to talk through the messaging that you will see on this screen. We like to be honest about what the fees are for texting. The rates for texting and to have a texting number are pass-through fees, which means Twilio charges us and we just pass along that charge to the office. We do not add anything additional. We don't uptick anything. We just simply transfer it to your HD billing account. Your A2P registration is a one-time registration, and again, there's just simply not a way around this. It is a government regulation that we have to mandate and follow. So it's a one-time $45 fee to register your texting number as a business number through the A2P submission. Any texting line is $10 a month through Twilio, and there is a per usage fee on texting. As you can see, is 0.0125 cents per text. This is a very, very, very small charge for text. It's less than a cent a text. On your HD invoices, we do break down for you how many texts you have sent and what that equates to, so you can monitor your texting and navigate your usage based on your invoices, and I will show you how to get to that in a minute. If your Stripe account has already been initiated, you won't see that messaging that was on the previous screen. What you will see is find number and area code. You will type in your area code and look up a number. These numbers come directly from Twilio. Unfortunately, we do not have any say in what numbers are available or not available. This is connected directly to our integrated partner, Twilio. So if you do not see a phone number available with your area code, what we have seen a couple times is if you try at different times in the day to look up a number, and maybe at night, you may have more success because it's like a live database of numbers. So they kind of come and go. But you'll first type in your area code, look up available number, and then there will be prompts on the screen after that. You'll be able to purchase the number, and then you will see prompts to submit your A to P. You may see a blue button that says A to P. You have to make sure you click on the A to P button to start that submission process. What that submission process looks like is you have to input your business information. It will ask for various fields, but you need to input your business name and tax ID number exactly as the IRS has it. If your business name with the IRS is registered as Test Office Chiropractic, LLC, and you're submitting your A to P information and you don't add the comma, your whole submission will be denied, which again will now delay you having any texting capabilities for a while in ChiroHD. Regardless, the A to P submission review process can take a while through Twilio. Your onboarding specialist will give you a heads up about how long this takes and what timelines we're seeing at the current time, but we have seen it take months. We have seen it take a couple weeks, but it's important, and your onboarding specialist will pound on you on this. We got to get the A to P submission done as soon as possible so that Twilio has time to review and approve, or if there's an error and they deny it, we have more time to connect with you and then to connect with Twilio and get a revised version submitted and approved, because all of that process means you cannot text in ChiroHD. So we want to get this done as quickly as we can and as correctly as we can. So if you're unsure how you are registered with the IRS, what I would recommend is looking for a letter that you have for the IRS, because the letter will state directly how your business name is registered and your tax ID number. But again, just follow the prompts on the screen with purchasing your Twilio number and then submitting your A to P. Once you have your Twilio number purchased and your A to P submission has been approved, you'll see a screen like this. You'll see this number. It is not editable. That is by design. Once you purchase it, we lock it in. We don't want to give anybody the ability to go in here and change this. We ask that you never release your Twilio number without talking to a ChiroHD representative first. If you release your Twilio number by accident, you have to go through the process all over again. The A to P submission, the purchasing a number. There are certain situations where you would need to release your Twilio number. We ask that you don't release your Twilio number without talking to us first. You'll see here, voice message when patient calls Twilio number. Since Twilio is a texting number, it is designed to have texting capabilities, not incoming calls. This message that is displayed, it's in light gray. This is the default message that will play to the patient if they call your texting number. You can click in here and type anything that you want. We just give you a default option, but you can edit it. A good suggestion is asking your patients to save your texting number as a texting number. And so that way they don't try to call your texting number versus calling your office number. You cannot have your office number as your texting number. You do have to go through Twilio and select one of their available numbers, because again, with all the regulations, we do have to have that number separate as a business number that allows texting that is not spam. To see your invoices, to see how many texts you have sent, you would log into your location. This is also where your billing is managed for your CarHD subscription, which we'll cover that in another video. You click on your name at the top right, subscription. Here you will see your various invoices. To see your texting, you click on View/Pay Invoice, then click View Invoice Payment Details, and then you will have a line. I don't have one on my test office as we don't actively text, but there'll be a separate line item that will tell you the quantity of text that you have sent, what the rate is, and the total number for text for that invoice. You will also see the texting campaign fee. It will say $10. And then also when you have done your A to P registration, that one-time fee, you will see $45 as well. If you want to do any texting within CareHD, you do have to set up your Twilio number and you do have to go through the A to P process. But once all that is taken care of, you'll be good to go.